Minority senators grilled the Office of the Vice President as the subcommittee of the Senate Committee on Finance tackled its proposed 2.8 billion peso budget for 2024. Senate Deputy Minority Leader Risa Hontiveros questions the 500 million peso proposed confidential fund by the OVP, despite the presence of security agencies that do intelligence and surveillance work. The opposition senator takes note that the requested confidential funds of the OVP is higher than the proposed confidential funds of the Department of National Defense and the National Intelligence Coordinating Agency, or NICA. Vice President Sara Duterte defends the budget, saying that they use confidential funds for all of their programs, including responding to complaints.
Yung million trees, yung pagbabago, advocacy, libreng sakay, the permanent office, the VP's museum, and the omnibus law or charter, bawat isa sa mga ito gagastusan ng confidential funds ng opisina nyo?
Yes. Mainly, the confidential funds, as I said, is for the safe, secure, and successful implementations of the programs, projects, and activities and engagements of the Office of the Vice President.
The Vice President also cites her work as co-vice chairperson of the National Task Force to End Local Communist Armed Conflict, or NTF-LCAC. Despite this, VP Duterte says they deferred to the decision of Congress whether or not to grant the requested budget.
Iwan natin ang intelligence sa experts dun sa intelligence agencies ng gobyerno in the same way na yung mga civilian agencies ng gobyerno, whether OVP itself or kahit DepEd, ay kumbaga shop nila yung kanilang mandates at yung kanilang expertise.
We can only propose, but we are not insisting. We can live without confidential funds. But of course, our work will be much easier if we have the flexibility of confidential funds in monitoring the safe, secure, and successful implementations of the programs, projects, and activities of the Office of the Vice President.
Senate Minority Leader Aquilino Coco Pimentel also questions the 221 million pesos requested by the OVP from the Office of the President's Contingency Fund in 2022. Pimentel notes that there is no line item in the 2022 national budget for the OVP's confidential funds. VP Duterte confirms they made the request, but defers to the Department of Budget and Management that approved the request to explain it in detail. The OVP also confirms that a total of 433 personnel were assigned to the Vice Presidential Security and Protection Group, or VPSPG. The office explains the group was formed in 2022 to provide security to the incumbent and future vice presidents. But VP Duterte clarifies the VPSPG consists of members of the police and the military, and no money is being spent by the OVP for their salaries.
Is there an explanation for such a large number, as has been criticized in both the media as well as Congress?
The determination on the number and deployment of VPSPG personnel is largely dependent on the assessment of the AFP and the PNP.
The Senate panel approves the budget of the OVP after over an hour and a half long deliberation. Harleen Delgado, UNTV News and Rescue. We serve the people. We give glory to God.